AI is taking the world by storm. We need a moral vision that is capable of addressing the challenges that the new world of AI is already beginning to pose. If one reads the history of moral philosophy, it is actually not uncommon to find pronouncements that some new age requires a new morality. The new age has been defined in various ways: the age of science, the age of evolution, the age of climate change, and now the age of AI. I am doubtful of most such claims because the new ethic proposed is often a half-baked recycling of some previous moral theory. So I will not propose to do anything here that is brand new. But I do hope to offer some distinctions and clarifications that might be of help in navigating what is certainly a new set of moral questions and challenges that AI is creating. Hey, I'm Jimmy. Welcome to my channel, Philosophy for Everyday Life. My goal is to help people looking for meaning pursue a more authentic life through the everyday practice of philosophy. If you'd like to connect further, please check out my Substack. For the purposes of this channel, which is the everyday practice of philosophy, one of the key questions I want to ask is how and whether different technologies support or hinder the philosophical life. Obviously, here I am using YouTube and various other technologies to put my voice out into the world. So I cannot consistently claim that technology is simply an obstacle to being an everyday philosopher. On the other hand, it does seem, as many have noted, that devices are fracturing our attention and reducing our capacity for deep thought. This is at least one reason to be deeply concerned about the potential implications of AI for cultivating a philosophical practice. I would like to begin by suggesting that when we speak of AI ethics, there are actually 4 different things we might mean. First, we might ask about the permissible use of AI. The basic question here is, when is it permissible to use AI tools? Or how is it permissible to use AI tools? There are a whole range of more specific questions that fall under this category. For example, how should teachers think about the use of AI by students in writing assignments? Or how should we think about scholars using AI to generate scholarly work? What about journalists using AI to assist them in research and writing? More broadly, what does AI mean for questions of authorship, intellectual property, or the replacement of human workers by AI tools? How do we evaluate when it is permissible to use AI and when it is not? This is the first level of AI ethics, and it is certainly an important level. But it is not the only one. A second level of AI ethics has to do with moral aspects of AI algorithms. One question that has been raised, for example, is whether AI algorithms have a racial bias. We might find that the training data used for AI algorithms contains a certain racialized viewpoint that is reflected in how AI tools generate content. So there can be a moral aspect to how we train AI tools. On a deeper level, we might ask about the moral principles that guide AI algorithms. Is AI capable of moral reasoning? Is there a moral theory that we should use as a basis for training AI decision-making? This is another set of questions we might designate with the term AI ethics. Third, when we speak of AI ethics, we might be referring to the question whether we have obligations to artificial intelligence. Can an AI algorithm be an agent or a person? Can it have consciousness? Can we owe it anything? Can it set ends or goals for itself? How we answer these questions will determine whether we think that AI is just a thing that we can treat however we treat other things in the world, or whether we have any special responsibilities to AI as a genuine form of intelligence or consciousness. Fourth, and finally, we can ask how AI impacts the ability to live a good human life. This level of AI ethics is related to the first in that it asks about what it means to use AI tools well. But while the first level asks about when it is permissible to use AI tools, this level asks what I think is a more subtle question. even assuming we have decided that it is permissible to use AI in a certain way, are there impacts, perhaps unintended or unconscious, that AI will have on us if we use it in this way? Another way of putting this question is to ask, how does AI shape our lives, our sense of what is good, our innate capabilities, and even our imaginations? This fourth level is, I think, more fundamental than the other three. I think that if we forget to ask this last set of questions, we will miss some of the most central challenges that AI raises for human life, and our reflections on each of the other levels will be less insightful than they could be. But I think that from the perspective of this fourth level, we can revisit each of the other levels of AI ethics based on the insight derived here. So over the next few videos, let me work backwards, starting with the last type of AI ethics, and from there returning to the other three. As I mentioned before, if you'd like to connect, please check out my Substack. I'd love to hear from you.